Yes, good evening. I'm Michael Blaze, and you're watching Unified Fathers for Life. Unified Fathers for Life is dedicated to reuniting families, just one father at a time. However, tonight we've taken a very special moment to look at the Black College Expo, and we're going to interview the founder of the Black College Expo, and I have my superb guest, my co-host, not even guest anymore, she's my straight co-host, and Maia, and we're going to discuss, well, let me read a little bit to you and give you a brief idea, and then we'll open it up. And we're talking about historically black colleges primarily. This woman is very much into education overall, but specifically and directly toward historical black colleges. Their mission is to prepare and expose young people to college opportunities, and especially the great opportunities that exist at historically black colleges and universities. In addition, their nonprofit organization, Black College Resources, which we will refer you to, you can contact us at the end of the show, I'll give you numbers and all. Black College Resources has reached out to collaborative partners to create a career-based program as well, so that we may expose our youth to career opportunities that exist along with financial benefits. They are here to encourage you that you are somebody and that anyone can have the opportunity to go to college. They are here to help you with the steps to get to college, expose you to the internship and career opportunities for hot careers, and give you any and all resources available to be a winner. And with that, I'm going to, I guess, go to Maia. Maia can introduce Theresa.
Well, it is always a pleasure to speak with anyone and then expose a wide audience to someone who is so passionate and dedicated to the education of black children. Mm-hmm. That is so important. What I'd like for you to do, if you will, just tell us a little bit about yourself, what inspired you, what got you on this train of black education.
Basically, I am a black woman, as you see, born and raised from Compton, California. And I have always wanted to give back. I'm blessed that I was raised with mom and dad, and I'm the youngest of 9. Oh. And my mom and dad had to stop going to college when they were 15 and help raise their families. They're from the South. Okay. And education, when I graduated from high school, Gardena High School, it was like, I didn't think about, we were born and raised Compton. I was supposed to go to Centennial, went to Gardena, wanted to change, liked to reach out and venture, and I knew I was going to college. It wasn't, what are you going to do? Well, I knew what I was doing, and I just realized as I got older, you know, you're kind of programmed. You're programmed, and I said, you know what, if everyone had the same kind of programming of positivity and uplifting, then it would make the world better. You know, to make everybody better, because if you feel good about oneself, then you're able to be a very effective individual for society.
Now, when this notion of being programmed, expound on that.
Well, you know, it's just, I saw my mom and dad, really, I just saw no limitations. And regardless, I competed in things. I was an oratorical speaker, and I used to speak. I was the only African-American.
Your parents were the cornerstone.
Yeah, they just made me feel that what I got in my household, and I could just say I felt with passion, was you could do anything and be anything you want. Love everybody and reach for the highest. And
okay, let's jump into what you're doing now with your foundation being instilled by your parents, your direction being guided by them. How did you come to this organization of the Expo?
Well, when I graduated, when I graduated from Cal State University, Long Beach, I broadcast journalism degree, and I wanted to be a newscaster first and do all that, and I got into radio, and I got in being aggressive, and I noticed too, I was always one of those kids, if you told me, no, you can't do that, well, let me go see. Let me go see. You saying that? Well, let me keep going till I get a yes. Right. And then the great thing about radio was I started doing on-air stuff, and then as I saw that the salespeople were making all the money, so I said, hey, let me try this sales thing, because I love people and I like
talking. What station did you begin with?
I was with Case 103.9. Has to do This Is the Word, and that's the word. I'm Theresa Randall.
Okay.
Theresa Randall at that time.
No, I remember.
All in the mix.
I used to do that. I remember Theresa Randall. Yeah.
I used to do that on the station, and then I went into sales, and what I liked about that, you still had the creative part, because I still would produce commercials and put together commercials, and I would always help our businesses, because, you know, a lot of our black businesses, they never really thought about the advertising part of it. So I would always try to show them how to build business and market their business and help them not just with my station, but with everything involved in building a business in terms of other mediums as well. Yeah, with cable, newspaper, everything. How you bring it all together, what we call a media mix.
Sky is the limit.
Sky's the limit. So in doing that, I did that for 15 years. I was 103.9. I worked for KGFJ. 103.9 actually was my first station. Then I went to KGFJ for 10 years straight and worked for Bill Scherrer, who is like my mentor, Bill. Hey. Bill Scherrer, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know Bill Scherrer. And learned a lot from him, and he taught me how to fight too, and how to be ready and how to be prepared. And when I always wanted to do something, did not know what, and giving back to the community. And I remember growing up, the limitations that they would try to make you feel you had, but I would always, yes. Even when I knew I won a contest, they'd come to me afterwards. I knew I should have won, and they'd go, "You really should have won." And I took second because I was the brown person. So, you know, but I accepted. It didn't make me go like this. It didn't make me quit fighting. It just made me, actually it was challenging to push harder and say, okay, well, let me try this way. Okay, let me do it this way. But stay positive. I wasn't angry at all at anything.
So I'm kind of getting from you, you want to give that back.
Right.
And that's what has founded this Black College Expo.
Yes, and wanting to give back, and then in going to Long Beach State, not knowing about black colleges. Most people on the West Coast don't know about black colleges.
What is it you think you might have missed?
When I talk to people, you should see the way they talk about. Look at their eyes when you talk to people who have gone to black colleges. Look at the fire in their eyes and the energy they bring and the passion that they feel about their school. I'm a Jaguar, you know, the Southern University Jaguars, and you know that whole thing. It's just that whole, and how they talk about how they meet people. When all the people they went to school with, they can always, wherever they go, they brag on, wherever I go, I can stay with anybody because we're all connected. And it's like, regardless that you went to Southern or Morehouse or Spelman or whatever, you're still all one family. You still are, I'm an HBCU grad, you know. And the other thing is that they seem to be real learners. Real leaders, I'm sorry. If you look at the trends of our leaders, Martin Luther King, you know, Willie Gary, you look at the people who have gone to black colleges, they're leaders. They're leaders. They're leaders in our community.
And I want to point out to a lot of the young people, there are a whole lot of successful musicians that went to black colleges. I mean, a lot of them went to black colleges.
I'll talk hip-hop. Erykah Badu. Yeah, there's a lot. Tim Reed. There's so many. Angela Wimbush.
Samuel Jackson.
That's
Spike Lee. The roll call is
But I want young people to
Brian
realize.
McKnight.
Matter of fact, let's talk just a little bit about young people and extend out a hand to them and encourage them and ask them or explain to them what is it they can expect to get if they come to the expo besides the great entertainment.
Well, you know what? The main
And when is the next one in the Los Angeles area?
It's January 13th at the Los Angeles Convention Center in South Hall. And it's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The after show it's actually $5 to get in. And then that's the cost. Yes. And what we do basically is, when you walk in there, you'll see about 60 colleges. And what we have stressed and what the colleges do, they accept a lot of the seniors on the spot. Not only do they accept them in terms of you accepted in the college, but they also offer, Langston University offered 43 scholarships of $100,000 each this past year. Full rides. Three-bedroom, fully furnished apartment. So there's room, board, tuition, full ride.
About how many people from California take advantage of these?
When I started, the expo was less than 3%. Now those numbers have increased.
7 years ago when she started.
Those numbers have increased tremendously. A lot of the colleges that participate have increased their enrollment at a minimum of 10%, and some of them as much as 50%. They get 50%. It was FAMU told me that 250 students You know,
I saw some great. Now I was there last year, so I saw a lot. I went around to the different rooms, and they had all kinds of great programs. People from various colleges were sitting there. And
well, let me tell you.
all the tell us.
There's some things. Let me tell you. I have become a student of this. When I decided to do this and finally found what really, because when I got into it and I did it was a give back thing, wanted to do something, let people know about Black colleges. Well, as I started doing it and started going to the schools, and because I visit schools, we're a year-round organization. So if you call us tomorrow, we will help you get into a college. We will help you find money. We're here for you. But seriously.
And let me just give the phone number. Keep that thought. Let me give the phone number and email. And again, we'll do it at the end of the show. We want to make absolutely certain that you do record this so you can contact us, and we'll put you in touch with Theresa Price on the Black College Expo, which will be coming up on January 13th. And this is I normally don't date my shows, but this is a personal invitation for you to come. And the phone number at the end of the show you'll see is area code 213-673-2685 or unifiedfathersforlife@yahoo.com, and I'll put you directly in touch with her. Or you can go to Google and just put in
Black College Expo.
Black College Expo.
That's the website.
And it's such an unbelievably people-friendly website. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's designed actually to give you the same effect when you go to the expo. It is going to help you. When you leave, you're going to come in skinny. You're going to leave very fat, because my job is to make sure I don't want no young person to have an excuse why they couldn't go to college. We cannot have any excuses for why. My thing is to make sure that we are a resource base of information for parents and students. Work with the parents, friends with the kids, and get them into college, because it'll make our communities so much better.
Stronger.
It makes the communities better, and that's not just for Black America, that's for America.
I saw I spoke a great deal with the people from the United Negro College Fund who were also
I work with them, yes.
I forget the brother's name. He had his little kids and everything. And they were explaining to me that there are so many schools that don't inform the students.
Oh yeah,
there's so many. I'm assuming they don't know. So we're also asking for, if you're an administrator in school, that you take a moment to look and find out the benefits.
Yes.
In a moment.
And we'll give you stuff.
As well as the churches. The churches have to get on this bandwagon.
Actually, we try to work as close as we can with every church. Our everyday process. If you call us, there's no fee for that. Our thing is we're on a mission, and we're just passing through. We all just passing through. And it's what have you done to make a difference in your community?
How many souls have you touched so far?
You know, I don't even know. I don't count, but thousands. And the thing is, there's so many things we don't know. I bet you didn't know Langston University, the #1 school in the country, not the #1 HBCU, Historically Black College University, the #1 school in the country for physical therapists.
Where it is, Langston University.
That's in Oklahoma.
Oh, thank you.
But there's so much of
You emailed me a few months ago about so many graduates from some school. What was that?
I think that was Morehouse. They had a record of over 600. Yeah, they had
over 600 brothers and sisters graduated.
And then talk about the graduate work as far as how people at Black colleges, how the ratio of people going into the graduate level compared to
the typical person, African American, that goes to a general market college. Normally, the attrition in terms of going to higher education to get a graduate degree is usually less than the person that goes to a black college. They're more 70% more likely to get an advanced degree, to get a graduate degree, and to get a PhD. I'm going to tell you a story. There's a young lady who's a part of our advisory board who just came out of passion. One day I was doing an interview on the Wave radio station, and I said, Lisa, why don't you go with me? Lisa Fears, I said, you went to Alabama A&M? Why don't you just come? Here's a girl you would never think was taught like, you know, I'm a talker now. Because Lisa always, you know, so she comes with me to the radio station, right? And this is a young lady that does not really talk like a whole lot. Very nice young lady, but just, so when they, Pat Prescott started asking her, we have a former, you know, alumni of Alabama A&M, and Lisa, why don't you tell us your experience? You should have saw her light up. I was looking at her. She was like, I mean, she went on, because basically what she was saying was, She went around for 4 years at El Camino College as a freshman. She said she was at Southwest College, El Camino College, for 4 years as a freshman. 4 years as a freshman, hear what I'm saying, at a community college, and community college was supposed to be 2 years. Okay. She said she was going to school, and she said she was one of those students that they would celebrate if she got a C. She said she would get D's in high school, and everybody would say, oh, you know, tell her that she had a problem, or, you know, never said, oh, you just can't do it, or never really focused on what it was, but just told her that, you know, she couldn't do it, or, oh, you have a problem. So she said when she was going through, but she knew she wanted to get an education. Okay. So that's why she had gone to junior college. So then when she got there, she was just scrambling. One day her uncle, who was a coach, football coach at Alabama A&M, said, why don't you come to Alabama A&M and try, you know, see if you like it. She went there. She said her first week or two she had gone and she had missed a class, and she was at home and the telephone rang and she was like, hello, she thought it was the guy she met at the club. It was her instructor saying, Miss Spears, why weren't you in class? And she was like,
he cared.
My teacher called me. She's like, we need you in class. And then she said somebody knocked at her door. She thought it was another, you know, date. It was their instructor. Miss Spears, why weren't you in class? We need you in class. And she said for her, she just looked and said, they care about me like that? Oh, I have to do what I need to do. I need to really focus to get good. Do you know to this day, that girl has 2 degrees, has her master's degree, and right now at Pepperdine getting her PhD.
Okay.
Because of that experience. That little to say, we care about you, you could do this.
It is.
That's all it was.
Seems to be an extended family.
Yes.
And it's a factor. It's a factor, I think, without children. Without children, the necessity for that nurturing.
Yes, especially nowadays more than ever to me. Because there's a disconnection a little bit with the Generation X. It's different. It's not the way we grew. It's different.
Not even close.
They're not 60s, 70s, 80s. They're like 80s babies.
Well, once again, for the, you know, how people are now.
Yeah, 80s, 90s.
Late 80s.
Now people are nowadays with remote control. A few people may have just turned in and saw you 2 beautiful young ladies and decided to watch the show. So let me.
And a handsome young man.
That's how it goes.
Yes.
So let me just point out that we are having a conversation with Theresa Price. This is my co-host, Maia, and we are discussing the program she founded called Black College Expo. We are extending invitations to not only young people, but to parents, to teachers, to entrepreneurs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the primary thing I get from you is people always disqualifying themselves, thinking that they can't make it based upon something they heard instead of getting their own experience. What do you have to say about that?
Man, you
got a child. I did bad in high school.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't have money.
I don't have money to eat.
Money is not a factor.
There's dollars available. UNCF has dollars that they have. You have 2 organizations. UNCF are with the private colleges, and Thurgood Marshall are the public colleges. So those are 2 money sources. In addition to that, there's about 70% of the $1.5 billion in financial aid that goes unused. A lot of people don't fill out the form.
Say that again, please.
$1 billion, over $1.5 billion in financial aid that goes unused because they don't fill out the FAFSA forms. We used to call them financial aid forms. They went and called federal, FAFSA forms.
Oh, really?
Federal aid, financial, financial aid.
I want to point out about a lot of the financial aid to students out there. You don't have to be attending a college to apply for financial aid.
No.
And you can apply for financial aid. I don't know if people don't know it. And they can say, okay, you got it, and then you can go find your college. That's what I want to point out to people. You don't have to wait to go to college.
No.
Because it's a process, and it takes a while to get to you.
First come, first serve on the money.
So if you think you're starting in September, and you're going to get your financial aid in September also, oh, no. You need to go ahead and apply for financial aid way ahead of time.
Yeah, because they give you a number, too.
Yeah,
and with that number,
that's how you use your plan.
Right. And that's how you make sure you update your application. Everything's online now, too, which is, and I know there's a lot of people that may not have that, but you can go to the library. If you don't have it,
it's no excuse.
The library is free.
No excuse.
I noticed on your website you had a place for links, and they can go to Google and just put in Black College Expo, but you had a thing for links, and on those links were...
All the stuff we have on our website, there's a Steps to College. It starts from 7th grade to 12th grade. Tells you everything you need to do at each level.
Really?
Yes. On the website, there's a whole list of all the scholarships that are, and anything that comes in now, I'm a resource base, so people feed information to me to get out. Nissan, let me tell you, they had $10,000 scholarships that nobody applied for because they felt like they couldn't get them. I think you have to have a B average, have some community service, have a letter.
You know, we may have to do another show at why people of color think that they can't qualify for things. That's a whole other subject. But before we go any further,
it's a whole
I want to make certain that we do take a moment to touch upon the scholarship program that you provide, because I know people that went to historic schools, and many times they told me, oh, I just did an essay, and I never really realized that. I mean, you just did it. Simple.
So we've given one of our graduates $10,000 winner.
To your own scholarship. What do you call it?
It's called the Black College Expo. Yeah, it's a scholarship, and basically what it is, it's an essay, and it doesn't change. It's why are historically black colleges and universities needed? Let me say that again. Why are historically black colleges and universities needed?
People taking this down.
That's it. Why are they 500 words or less? Now, a 60-second spot that you hear on the radio is 160 words. So it just gives you a general idea of 500 words or less. So you can do it in commercial form, you can do a 60-second commercial. So, you know, that's all. And you just, it doesn't take any certain grade point average. There's no hitting anything.
So there's no
excuse. Want to give
that's the message.
I go back to my original goal. I want no excuse for you not to have some assistance go to college. Our nonprofit program is also trying to find funding, in which we're finding and we're getting to help students that are in college to stay in college.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I just send this essay to you, right?
Yes, you just send it to blackcollegeexpo.com. If you go to info@blackcollegeexpo.com.
500 words on why I think, say that one more time.
Why are historically black colleges and universities needed?
And that's it. And how much money have you given out that way so far?
Well, we've had winners, first place. This year we gave out $28,000 in Los Angeles alone. Just one day. We had 19 winners. The number one was $7,500. We had a $5,000 winner. We had a $3,000 winner, a $2,000 winner, 5 $1,000 winners, and 5 $500 winners.
Okay.
That must have felt great. You know, you write an essay and somebody gives
incredible.
you. We were down to around 5 minutes, and we're going great. Like I said,
that was incredible. I'm telling you.
Tell us a little bit about some of the black colleges you've gone to. Some of the things you've observed that you found encouraging that you didn't know about even.
Only campus I've been on of what you call the AU camp in Atlanta, because they're all kind of right there. Central. I haven't been on a lot of the. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I've been to Southern University. I have.
That's quite
I went to the Bayou Classic too. And
see, I say that because a lot of people don't know how big these campuses can be.
Yeah, and they're in in a lot of parts they're in rural areas too. So they're not the big city,
everybody
LA people.
Knows you, your focus.
Yeah, everybody knows you. Your focus, and you're not a number. You're not a number, you're a name.
A lot of the celebrities nowadays also are becoming mentors and funders at the black colleges, such as Bill Cosby, Oprah Winfrey, and as you
Gary,
said,
the gentleman that owned, the big lawyer. I mean, he was the one that was in the huge attorney.
Also, we do want to mention, everybody, this show probably more likely than not just be in Los Angeles, but you never know. So let's mention the other states that you've expanded.
Right, in Jesus' name.
For the last 7 years. Now you have 7.
Yeah, we're in 7 markets.
Let's tell them all.
It's happening. It's a blessing, God. It's just unbelievable because.
It's a blessing, but you've already told us you're a warrior, too.
Yeah, because you know what? When you get out there and you see stuff, and I'm going to tell you, there have been days, this is not easy, let me tell you. There's been days where I'll be like, what I'm going to do? How I'm going to pay? Let me just keep driving. Okay. Been those days. But I never forget, I had one of those days where because it's very expensive to do. I mean, it is very expensive, a lot of money. I mean, it costs a lot of money to do and produce. And I have to go out and fight to get sponsors. Come on, please, help us. And a lot of the times, the marketing firm that I have, I've I've borrowed a house, everything I have, car, everything, because I believe in it. And I just said, and the thing that gets you is when kids look at you and they hold your hand and they say, thank you so much. You know, I had a gentleman, I have to say, I was at Mount Set College. I have to say this because these are the touching things. And the gentleman came up to me. I was speaking to the kids about black colleges, and he came. Whatever I did, they all feel like they can come to me and talk, which is great because I want them to do that. And he was like, Miss Price, my name is Kevin, and I got accepted at Norfolk State, but I was $3,000 short, so I didn't go. And I looked at him. I said, what? Now, you could have went door to door, you could have raised, you could have called us. Don't just say you can't go, just start raising money.
I like that. You could have went door to door.
I'm trying to raise money. They raising money for things, you know, for everything else.
Everything.
You know, we're on the basketball team. Come on, you trying to go to school?
Yeah.
He's like, I got to tell you the story. He said, I'm hurry up. He said, I didn't go. So I said, you called me Monday because I told you we were around. So he called me, said, okay, this is Kevin Parkinson, Miss Price, and I said, okay, I'm gonna put you in touch. So I put him in touch with Stan Irving at Shaw University. And I put them on. I'm the type, I'm going to hold your hand all the way. I'm not going to say call this person. I'm going to take you all the way. So I took him, we put him on the phone, and they communicated, got the stuff together. That guy called me 2 weeks later, Miss Price, I'm on the campus of Shaw University. Okay. I cried.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about, and that's why when I'm driving and don't know how I'm going to pay for anything, when those kids, I'll be like, I don't know. God, you just go ahead. We're going to do it.
We're running out of time. Okay. This also mentions some of the outstanding entertainers and people that come and participate.
Nick Cannon has been there twice. We've had Chameleonaire. We've had Baby Bash, Frankie J, Brian McKnight, Angela Wimbush, Shanice Wilson, TQ, Warren G, Nate Dogg.
So it's a full house, and we're down to the last minute. So let's give one more invitation as to what day it is, where it'll be.
Well, it'll be January 13th, 2007 at the LA Convention Center, 9 to 4. You know, dress code enforced, no T-shirts, no hats, no do-rags. Come prepared to get accepted to college and have a good time. Step show, we have a hot step show too.
Well, they're giving me the sign. Well, everybody, we want to thank you for watching again. My guest has been Theresa Price, and my co-host has been Maia, and we've been talking about the Black College Expo coming again in
January 13th, 2007, www.blackcollegeexpo.com.
Participate, especially you school administrators who advise children as opportunities that are waiting for them. How much money was that they didn't pick up?
$28,000.
No, from the how much money they don't?
It was $100,000 every year. But we get scholarship opportunities all the time. So you must visit the website and call us and ask us.